Oh. I've noticed that about House of the Dragon is that there's not nearly as much sex and nudity in it as Game of Thrones had in it. I mean, the violence is still there, the swearing is still there, but Game of Thrones, it was like every episode there was something, and this one, they're few and far between.
Which is fine.
So
You don't need it. You
no,
don't
no, I'm
need
not
it.
complaining. I'm just saying. Yeah, not saying I. It's just it. I'm not saying it's cleaner by any means because the violence has definitely stepped up, especially when that one guy got his tongue cut out and they
Hmm.
cleaved his head in half. Or most recently when the what's his name fell off or got burned by his dragon, and they had all the maesters in there and they were trying to fix him, and he's burned and he's broken bones and all this other stuff, and they're pulling the bones and they're cracking them back into place and just like I watched that and Samuel came running in. Is everything okay? No, that was gross. Mm-mm-mm. Hey, we're live. Welcome, welcome, everybody. It's Monday night. Welcome to MCU Mondays right here on Feast of Fandoms. So glad you joined us. I am your host, David. With me, as always, is my co host, Debbie. Debbie, how are you this evening?
Yeah, it's Monday.
It is Monday.
Another exciting start to the work week.
Uh huh. Yeah. Yes.
That's all I got to say about that.
That's all I got to say about that.
4 more days.
4 more days to the weekend. Well, we had D23 this weekend. We had a whole bunch of Star Wars news and Marvel news. We're not going to go over the Star Wars news because we'll talk about that on Thursday. But we did have I want to know your thoughts on the cast of the new X-Men movie that's coming out, the new X-Men that have been revealed. We already know who Jean Grey is, but what are your thoughts on
She's
all these?
the only one I knew. I don't know any of the others, which is fine. I
No,
mean,
that's great.
yeah.
That is completely great.
Sadie's the only one I know. So, well, and of course, Adam Driver.
Oh, of course, of course.
Which I was super excited when he walked on the screen. I was like, no.
Well, and it's funny because I looked up Luke and I were watching it and he was like, okay, he's even wondering, who are some of these people? I don't even know who some of them are. And like Storm, I looked up Storm because the big rumor about Storm was that it was going to be what's her name from Wicked, and that was the whole that's the fan favorite and everybody wants her and blah 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 blah. I'm like, oh, she's too old, and don't get me wrong, she's not too old to play Storm, but I like having a younger cast playing these characters so that they can play these characters for several 4 or 5 movies. Not necessarily all X-Men movies, but at least 2 or 3 X-Men movies and then Avengers spin-offs and all, cameos and all that other kind of fun stuff. So having a younger cast to me was kind of essential. And the girl who plays Storm has been in like 2 things. And I think one of them was a short film. So she is like new, and that's great.
Well, the girl Indy that's playing Rogue, as far as I know, she's only been in Obsession, which
Okay.
I have
Yeah.
not seen yet, but
I haven't either.
I think she's been in somebody on the cast has been in theater, and I was thinking it was her. I could be wrong, but yeah, I have no
mean,
problem as long as they do a good job and the films are good. I have no problem with it.
and I mean, I've already seen people online griping and complaining that, oh well, nobody's gonna be Xavier except for McAvoy or Stewart, and why didn't they just get the original cast back and blah 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 blah. And it's like, because it's time to start something new. That's what's the Fox Mutants.
Well, I mean, I was kind of secretly hoping. Of course, they have not announced that I know of. They have not announced Magneto.
Well, they didn't announce there was no Wolverine there either.
No, but I was really hoping for McAvoy and Fassbender to come back.
Yeah.
Only because there's such great chemistry there, and plus I love them both. I think they're great.
Oh, okay. So you're that makes a little sense. No, that wasn't even her. She played a part in Superman and Lois.
Who?
I don't know if Indy Nav. Gosh, I'm gonna try and say this. Navarette Rogue.
Oh, was it like a?
No, it was. I mean, she's like third build, fourth build on IMDb.
Oh,
Sarah Cushing.
no clue.
Sarah Cushing is the character's name. So,
But if
but
I didn't know who she was, I probably didn't pay attention. So there's that. But yeah, I'm not upset with the casting. I hope they all do really well and just make good movies. That's all I care about.
hmm oh, that's the other. I've seen people complaining about it too already. I mean, they're already complaining about the casting, and it's like you haven't even seen a trailer yet. You don't. You've seen these people in their normal everyday clothes. You don't know what they're going to look like. You don't know how they're going to act. You know literally nothing, and you're complaining about it. And this one, they were complaining about her because she is she's Mexican and Australian, and it's like, oh, she's supposed to be white. I'm like,
Well, they were
who
complaining about
cares?
the girl who's playing Storm that she wasn't dark enough.
Good lord.
I'm like, I mean, I don't read the comics and I don't pay attention. I mean, Halle Berry was not
Halle
dark.
Berry was, yeah. They complained about that. No,
Yeah,
they
I
praised
liked
that one
Halle Berry as Storm. Yeah, I don't recall anybody complaining about it, but that was a long time ago. So
in a galaxy far, far away. Anyway, I am not casting any judgments and any aspersions on um, any of them until we see. Let's see. So we've got Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, Kit Connor as Cyclops. Oh, and Kit Connor says um Kit Connor says that he will be in Avengers Doomsday. It says he was also in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
I just watched that. Well, who was he?
Um Oh, no, no, never mind, never mind. Scratch that.
Oh,
That was just an extra part of that. X-Men is the first 3 X-Men. Oh, no, I'm sorry. James Marsden will be Cyclops in. Okay. I'm reading all of this. Samara Weaving is Emma Frost. Um and Samara Weaving is uh Hugo Weaving's daughter,
I
correct?
kind of wondered,
I
but
think
I didn't know. I didn't
that's his
want to
daughter.
assume.
Um pretty sure. Oh, she's an underwear model too. Nope, it's his niece. It's his niece.
Ah,
Sorry. Sorry, Hugo. I was trying to pawn her off on you, and I apologize. Indy Navarrete as Rogue, and yes, you're right. Obsession. Christopher Abbott as Charles Xavier. He was in Poor Things, Possessor, and It Comes at Night. And then Maya Boyd is Storm. And this is her feature film debut.
She must be the one from Broadway.
And then Adam Driver as Mr. Sinister. Which, again, if you're going to do a Sinister story, you don't really need Magneto. You can tease him in a post-credit scene. This is my opinion. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I would see teasing him in a post-credit scene. I would also see, since we don't have Wolverine yet, if they're not going to introduce Wolverine into this part, if they're not going to introduce Wolverine yet into the X-Men, I would say that maybe you see Wolverine and Magneto in post-credit scenes in this new X-Men movie coming out. That would be my guess.
Could be.
Anyway, we got a new trailer for Doomsday. Very exciting. I don't want to go into a whole lot of detail because I've only seen it a couple of times, and I'm trying to have only seen it a couple of times because I don't want to ruin it for myself. And we got a trailer drop for Vision Quest, which was very exciting, especially since... Get off on my table, you dumb cat. James Spader will be making his triumphant return as Ultron. And what did you think of the trailer?
I liked it. I mean,
actually, you know what? I've just happened to have it up right here. I'm going to try this.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Here
never
we go.
Works well.
It never does. If it starts getting choppy, let me know. But here we go. We're going to try and watch this real quick. It's choppy, isn't it?
And no sound.
And no sound. Okay. All right. Hold on a minute. Anyway, the way I watched this trailer, I honestly thought that it was because Luke and I were watching it together. We were watching D23 together. And here we go. Maybe this will work. Okay. Let's try this again. Uh-oh. All right, I'm going to try one more time.
Before you started working here, I remember when you'd come in all the time with that redhead.
I was a different person back then.
How about now? Anyone waiting for you tonight?
No. Home is just me.
It's like I'm losing my
Who am I? I was an Avenger, but I'm not a hero anymore. I have his face, but not his virtue. All I have is his name.
Welcome home, Vision.
This house is getting crowded, Vision.
Ultron! Human avatars only.
Sir, I cannot overstate the dangers of keeping him around.
Yes, but he is a...
Dad? Papa? Peepaw?
I'm a stranger to myself. That family wasn't real.
You sure about that?
I had a father, a machine.
called Vision.
Muzzle tough. It's a boy.
How is this possible? Free us all and save your son. I wish to understand my purpose.
With a genocidal maniac inside your head.
Nothing bonds a family together quite like mortal jeopardy.
Beautiful. So, all right.
I'm
We
not a
probably
fan
just
of
got
the big
canceled.
scraggly beard, though. I don't like that.
No.
No.
I like to think I'm gonna enjoy it because it's James Spader. Let's face it. And big scraggly beard or not, he's amazing in just about everything that he does. Um, Luke was looking at it going, or I told Luke anyway. I was like, I think what's going on here is that this is probably all going on in his head, and he's trying to figure himself out. That's why you don't see him as Vision a lot. You see him as, as Paul Bettany. And he even tells Ultron, human avatars only. So my
Mhm.
thought is that maybe this is sort of like a WandaVision where it's his fantasy fulfilling out, but it's just happening in his mind versus on the outside, like with Wanda. And he's trying to
Yeah,
figure himself out.
like you said, he's trying to figure himself out because he has, and this is how Paul described it in an interview I seen with him. He's got the red vision in him, but now he's also got the white vision, and he's, trying to combine the two and, remember all the memories and whatnot.
Well, that, and I mean, there's part of Ultron in there as well.
Yeah.
And that's the reason for James Spader. So,
And you also got all those people that were in the house with him. Jarvis. We've seen Jarvis, but you got Edith and some of the other Tony Stark assistants, if you will.
Mm. Yeah.
So yeah, all that's in him.
And I'm gonna guess that they all kind of represent aspects of his character. You saw one of them reading a book said ego, so that assistant is working on the ego part of him. And I mean, this is just based on what I can see from the trailer.
Mhm.
But again, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so another thing that was announced was Ghost Rider, and summer 2028. It's not Ryan Philippe.
Gosling.
Thank you. Ryan Gosling is slotted to play Ghost Rider, and I'm hesitant with it because a lot of it is like Blade. We were promised a Blade movie how many years ago now?
Several.
Yeah, quite a few.
Was it 2018 or something like that?
I don't think it was that far back. Was it?
Well, I don't know.
Might have been.
It seemed
Anyway.
like it was a decade ago.
Yeah, it's been a long time. But anyway, so we were promised this Blade movie, and it never happened. And they kept teasing it. No, here's the title card for it, blah, 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 blah. And we even have an actor set up for Blade. And then it never happened. So with Marvel these days, and especially just through phase 4, I'm very wary about things. And I'm like, okay, you've got Ryan Gosling, you've got Ghost Rider, and you've got a title card. When I see something like this, when I see the trailer, or when I see something in Variety or IGN or something like that, and I say filming has wrapped, I'll know it's a good thing. Even if I see something that said filming has started, then I'll be like, great, wonderful. Which, if they're planning on a summer 2028 release, my guess would be that they start filming beginning of next year, 2027,
Or
would be
later
my
this
thought.
year. Yeah.
So my thought now is until I see progress, I'll believe it when I see it. You know, you can make all these
He's
advanced
finished
plans,
with
but
Starfighter, so he's free. Same
no, he's
director,
not. He's not
so
free. He's expensive, but he's available. How about that?
yeah, okay.
So, but yeah, I'll, like I said, I'll believe it when I see it, and I haven't chalked it up to it's not going to happen yet, but again, it's one of those things.
I still don't understand why it's so hard to write a vampire movie. I really don't get it. He's a vampire that,
He's a half vampire.
right, half vampire, but it's just like, you got all kinds of source material, comics. Pick a storyline or a couple storylines and combine them. I don't care.
That's what they did with Ragnarok.
Yeah, I don't see why they were having such a difficult, because from what I remember, they were having a hard time writing.
I think it was the writing. I think seems like they went through one or two directors, and then it just got, I think that was about the time too, you started seeing a lot of superhero fatigue, and Marvel was getting criticized a lot because they were just putting out as much crap as they could, and they weren't worried about where the story was going with it. They just said, oh, look, here's more stuff and more stuff and more stuff and more stuff. And people were like, just stop, we're done. So maybe it will still happen. Maybe it's just on the back burner at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just disappointing.
Or
because I was excited for that one too.
Or as the man said in Deadpool and Wolverine, there will always only be one Blade. So who knows? Kevin, we need a Blade movie. Find a Blade. You bring me and Debbie on. We'll write a script for you. We'll find a good story. We'll convert it to script, and then we'll make the circuit at Comic-Cons plugging our script. It'll be great. I'll sell my autograph for $20 and underwrite all of them. Lordy. Me. But anyway, I think that was all the news we got out of D23 this year, or all the big stuff anyway. We did get a new Doom trailer, which we got a really good look at RDJ's Doom costume, and it looks amazing. Yeah, can't wait. Oh, October 14th is when Vision Quest begins. My guess would be that they've lined it up so that it's 8 episodes. October 14th. Let's take a look and see real quick. Let's see what we're dealing with here. So October 14th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If they do one episode per week, then the last episode will air on December the 1st. And Doomsday happens on the 18th. So it would end just in time with about a 2-week gap for Doomsday, which would be awesome.
And then they're also re-releasing.
Oh yes, they're
Endgame.
re-releasing Endgame with the additional footage that ties stuff to um, what you call it, Doomsday. So interesting, interesting, interesting. Lots of fun stuff coming up. Well, that being said, let's get into Jessica, shall we? Because I liked this episode. I was full on into this episode. I was engaged. I was excited. Um, and I don't know why. I mean, it wasn't like it was
It was
action packed.
right. It wasn't action packed.
I'm curious with Trinity, the whole thing with this girl and the lawsuit and everything else. At this point, I'm done with it. I'm just like, I don't care anymore.
I was done with that a long time ago.
Well, I mean, I get reintroducing her to have her kind of as like the love interest, and then when she shoots her down, fine, she shot her down, but they keep pulling this lawsuit crap. Okay, well, she keeps having to come back to see her for this lawsuit, and I'm like, I don't care. This has nothing to do with the greater story. I just don't care at this point. So, and honestly, too, um, she doesn't look like she doesn't look like a person that's suffering from ALS either.
No, outside of her little fall.
Ah, yeah, and those are few and far between. So, but let's see. You got the police. They're looking for a badge because apparently the cop who was beat up had his badge stolen from him as a trophy, would be my guess. Um, so of course they're looking for Jessica. All they know is that the only evidence that they have on her is that she was last seen. She was the last person on his body cam, and toward the end, they find a bodega owner that saw them together.
Right. Probably her pushing him up against the wall.
Probably. And that's about it. Now they're looking at her hands and do you heal quick? And it's like, no, not really. And so they're trying to figure this out. But I mean, again, any cop worth his or her salt is gonna say, there's really nothing here other than she was the last person on his body cam. But that doesn't mean anything.
Right.
They would also say, okay, where was his body cam turned off at, and where was his body found? Because if he turned his body cam off in front of this bodega and then his body was found 15 miles away in another part of the city, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But
yeah, because Jessica doesn't have a car.
Right. And they're just kind of it's almost like they're targeting her. So and it's just whatever. But yes, she just seems to be blowing it off. And she's gonna try and look for the real killer. She thinks it's what's his name?
Eric.
Yeah. And I kind of thought so too for a minute.
I did too until the funeral.
Until the end. Oh.
Until the funeral.
Yeah. And all of a sudden Jessica realizes what's really happening.
And it's not good.
No, no, it's not. Especially since, well, we'll get to that in a minute. And mainly because I want to talk to Jerry, talk about Jerry one more time, real quick. And that was Jerry knows who took the files from her computer. She has the Malcolm gave her the footage of him letting her go, and she saw Trish's reflection in the computer monitor. Now she has this vendetta against Trish. And it took me a minute to remember that because she kept saying, "Oh, I've really got to see Trish. I really need to see Trish." And this was all because of Trish's mom had her law firm representing her for the will, as for to probate the will and all that other stuff. And she's like, "I just have things that Trish needs to sign and blah 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 blah." I'm like, "What is she?" I'm like, "Oh, she's got this vendetta against Trish too." And she knows that it was Trish. And she wants to see her in the office so she can call her out. I know exactly what's going on.
I mean, is she going to try and blackmail her or just
I don't
say,
know.
I know who you are?
My guess would be,
Or have her do dirty work since she doesn't have Malcolm anymore?
yeah. Which Malcolm, by the way, is an idiot. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My
I can say
God.
it. I can say it. Again, had a good chance for a nice nudity scene. Nope. Malcolm took his shirt off.
I was just upset that I'm like, you're supposed to be in a funeral, dude.
Yeah.
The girl's going to be there when you get back. Why?
Why does
Just
it have to be
why?
right now? Right now. And you've still got a thing for Trish. Because if I'm not mistaken, he hooked up with Trish toward the first of this season too. I know it's been a few weeks since we've talked about it, but
Yeah, I was not happy with Malcolm.
and you've still got a girlfriend that's working for what's her name too. And she's still around. She still wants in his life.
I think they kind of broke up.
Did they though?
So it sounded like to me.
I don't know if they broke up or if it was more of a I'm mad at you right now.
I don't know. She wasn't a right fit for Malcolm. Of course, neither is this girl.
No.
The ex.
I was gonna say, and this one is the what's his name's sister. Oh,
Eric's sister, yeah.
I got my life back together. Yeah, in the course of how many days now? You're clean and sober, and it's been. Yeah.
It seemed really fishy to me. Like, does she have another angle or?
That's what I'm thinking.
It was just weird just to show up at somebody's doorstep with 2 suitcases, and I don't know. I mean, it's rude. One,
especially
like,
somebody that
call.
you've known for like what 5 minutes, and even when you stayed at his place for like all of 5 minutes. So I don't know.
Yeah, it was very hinky.
Maybe she is clean, and she knew she knew if she could use her feminine wiles to get Malcolm to let her stay with him. I don't know.
Yeah, it was just weird.
It was weird that she showed up, and it was even weirder that he said, screw the funeral. I'll whatever.
Yeah, screw my friends and gosh, come on.
Forget all these people that I think I care for. I got a horny woman here.
But like I said, she's going to be there. Funeral's only an hour or so, just depending.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it was going to take that long. I don't know. It was rude, I think.
Now, what did you
Malcolm's part.
think of Dorothy's funeral? Speaking of which, did it change your mind any about Dorothy seeing the funeral and the turnout at the funeral? Because it seemed to shock Trish and Jessica both.
Well, yeah, because she treated them like bull crap. And then, but yet, evidently, she'd helped all these other kids, you know. And I'm like, that tracks. Because she expected more from Trish and thought Jessica had potential. But of course, Jessica was like,
Yeah.
So
My thought
you're
on
always
it,
harder on your own kids than you are
right?
other kids.
Other kids. Well, and two, you've got when they went to do the will, and she's got this foundation too now. It's like, what, she had a foundation? Oh, well, it was a tax shelter. But then you go to the funeral, it's like, was it though? Or was she genuinely helping people?
And I think she was generally helping people.
So maybe Dorothy wasn't so bad after all.
Just
Maybe
to her own family.
we just saw her bad side. They only put the bad side on the screen and that was it.
Yeah.
Or maybe she wasn't really all that bad and Jessica and Trish are just pieces of crap. Maybe.
Or there's truth to both sides of that.
Yeah. So. Oh, in the chair. And see, that was the other thing too. You really see Jessica start feeling feelings at this point for Dorothy. You're looking for, we need a picture for the memory board, and even with the lawyer where it was, you're going to get the contents, what was it? It was the contents of her liquor cabinet and the wingback chair.
Mm-hmm. Edwardian wingback chair.
Yeah. So, which is, I mean, to you and me, that doesn't mean anything. Even Trish was like, or not Trish,
Jessica.
no, Jerry was like, does it mean anything? Is it worth something? And she's like, no, that was just, it had sentimental value to Jessica. And that was her big thing, was it, oh, it's the chair I would go and curl up in and listen to my Walkman and think about things. And eventually she just moved it into my room.
But I thought she just wanted to keep me out of the house or out of the rest of the house.
So anyway, and of course Jessica does the man cry. I like to call it the man cry because it's one of those things where it's like, I'm not gonna cry. I know I'm supposed to cry, but I'm not going to. Even the whole okay, yeah, I can do this, and I got the you get back in there, you tear. I know you're trying to sneak out. You stay out.
I thought she was trying to force herself to cry. And I was just like, you don't see her cry. And I was just like, what is going on?
She is trying to put on the strong front because Trish is a mess. Trish didn't want to do anything with the funeral, with, none of that. And
plus you got the cops bringing down both of their necks.
Yep. Well, not just both of their necks, but all, like, who else did they go see? They went to go talk to Malcolm. They went to what's his name? Eric.
The secretary.
Yeah, the secretary. I mean, they're really digging into her. So I don't think the secretary likes Malcolm, by the way.
I'm not
She
sure
just-
she likes very many people. She's
She was
funny.
just-
I like her.
I like her too. But, you know,
She's
he was sitting
snarky.
there in the office. They're waiting for Jessica, and she's just giving him that death glare. I was like, oh, that's good. You had it now, bucko. But
Yeah, I like her. She's fun.
But then, yes, now we can get into Jessica and Trish, because Trish had the whole she's giving her mom's eulogy. That sets off something in Jessica. Jessica realizes who actually has committed these murders, and she goes and stands out in front of Trish's apartment.
Well, she sees the bruising,
Right.
which isn't what it was in a weird place. Well, I assume if she was smart, she had gloves on, but maybe the
Well, if you're
guy,
hitting with your forearm.
yeah, it just looked weird. But now my question is, did Eric put her up to it? Because both guys are connected to Eric.
Well, and that's kind of what I was thinking too, was because why the cop for sure was somebody that Jessica had dealt with, you know, at some point, but Trish didn't know that. So initially I'm thinking, well, Trish doesn't know that this guy is dealing with Jessica. Why is she mad at him? Why is she mad at the cop? What purpose does that serve? And then I got into it, and I was like, well, now she's beating up this other guy. And again, Jessica didn't have anything to do with this other guy. They had to go dig for him. She had to have Malcolm find out where he was from and what he did.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what in the world is going on with this? And then I'm thinking, and then Eric is out there outside the thing, and he hears what's going on, and he knows what's going on. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll bet he did. I'll bet he put her up to this.
Yeah, because he's too much of a coward to do it himself. But
Well,
he's trying to make up for not doing something the first time around. So now he's putting Trish up to it because
and
Trish wants to serve justice to everybody.
Right. Well, and I'm thinking too, you know what? If that makes it easy for Eric to lie to Jessica about it too. Because Jessica, did you do this? No, I didn't do this. You're right. You didn't do this. Did you have a hand in it? Did you put somebody else up to doing this? Yeah, maybe. But did you do this? No, I didn't do it.
And I imagine Jessica's going to be pissed that
if Jessica can get out of jail, because
that
as of right now, Jessica has. Oh, go ahead.
That either he is paying Trish to do it, or he's, help a guy out. I didn't do it the first time. I need you to do it and make it all right.
It may not even be a help a guy out. It may be just, hey, look, you want justice for people. I know people. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And again, with Jessica, apparently she's about to go to jail. Because the whole episode ended with her getting arrested, and she tried to get away.
She could have jumped.
I know she could have. I was
We've seen her jump.
Nope, can't do that. But, and again, this was what was I watching the other day? Oh, well, we were talking about it on Thursday with Ahsoka. Why do you run? You run, and that's everybody thinks obviously guilty. You're running because you've done something. You're very obviously a guilty individual. Don't run. And Jessica probably knows that. She goes, all right, look, I didn't do it. and I know I didn't do it, so why run? What's the point? That's just
I
going to
don't
make
even
me
know
look
how they
guilty.
could arrest her because there's no proof.
There's no proof other than the bodega witness from across the street and the body cam footage. It's circumstantial evidence, and Jessica said as much. It's all circumstantial. Now, her knowing Trish, it's interesting because she was trying so hard to keep Trish out of jail, and Trish at this point now has basically turned around, given her the finger, and said, "I'm going to do what I want, and you can go to jail." And Jessica was doing, I mean, she made a deal with the devil, as it were, with Salinger to say, "Look, keep my friend out of jail." And now she's like, "Hey, your friend's going to jail."
And, yeah, and it could also be her flipping the finger off to Jessica. You let Salinger get away with this,
Right.
so I'm going to go after people and not let them get away with whatever it is they've done. You won't do it, I will.
Yeah.
And I kind of wonder if Salinger ever gets out of the hospital, if she'll go after him and just outright kill him.
It wouldn't surprise me at all. But this is going to show one of those things. This will be where the cops show their mettle, because if they've got another body now, and Jessica was in their custody. So now they can look at it and say, maybe we kind of screwed up on this one.
Well, they probably won't even make the connection. I'm just saying.
Maybe. So.
Guys, how many deaths occur in New York in a day?
Well, but Jessica had been eyeballing this guy. I mean, she had been following him. She had looked for information on this guy.
But they don't know that yet.
They don't know that yet. But
because that was all Malcolm's doing, and so I don't think there would be anything.
Malcolm very easily could come out and say, "Look, here's what's going on." So,
yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting because we only got a few more episodes to go in this season.
We've only got 3 more in the series. Then we move on to the next one until Vision Quest starts, and then Doomsday. So, all right. Shameless plugs. What do we got tonight, Debbie? It's Monday.
It's Monday. Tomorrow night, our friends over on the Sith Dominion, they are discussing the last 4 episodes of The Ninth Jedi. They're also talking D23 news. Probably Star Wars related, I assume. Wednesday we'll have Wednesday we'll have a new episode of War of the Stars. We'll be back Thursday with Star Wars news and...
Hang on, I'm looking. I know what you're about to ask.
Is there an arc or is it a 1 episode?
Is it an arc or a 1 episode? I don't know.
We're starting season 6 of The Lost Missions.
Yes. The first 4 episodes are an arc. So it is a 4-episode arc. And this is a good one because this is the one with Tup and Fives and finding the inhibitor chip in the clones. It's a good arc. It's sad, but it's good.
And then Saturday Geek Gauntlet. And then we'll be back Monday with another episode of Jessica Jones titled Hellcat.
which, funny enough, is Trish's alter ego in the comic books. So
Yes, so that should be interesting.
Cam and Focus did not have a show on Sunday. Tentatively, they're scheduled for next Sunday. Nope. All right.
Cam says he's burnt out, so we don't know when.
We don't know when, but eventually they'll be back and they'll be doing radio. Friday on the Dingus Den, if I'm not mistaken, Andrew and Spencer will be talking about Lanterns, which premiered last night. So
Very good episode.
My guess is going to be that they're going to be talking about the first episode of Lanterns. And once Lanterns is over, they'll get back to Before the Cape.
Smallville.
Mm-hmm. And then September 11th, 12th, and 13th, Andrew and I will be at Fan Expo in Dallas giving away stuff. We'll be there walking around and enjoying the convention. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of good guests. Check out fanexpo.com or just Google search Fan Expo Dallas. I'll have to find the website for you. But anyway, that's going to do it for us tonight. Andrew, we missed you tonight, but he was out hard partying all weekend long, so he was burned out and exhausted. You're not here to defend yourself, so I get to tell what I want to tell. Yeah.
He must be in bed because I texted him. I said, too many frat parties, and he never.
And he didn't say anything.
So
I saw that.
He in bed. Poor kid.
I think you're right.
We tease him a lot, but we love him. He's a sweet guy.
And like I said, him and I will both be here in Dallas next month, beginning of next month, about less than a month away at this point. So exciting times. Anyway, that's going to do it for us tonight. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the little bell icon for notifications so you know when we go live. We'll see all of you next week right here on MCU Mondays. Take it easy.